All right, guys, 50-yard test on the pumpkin down there with the Glock Model 40 with the new trigger. This is just the 50-yard test. Let's see if we can hit that pumpkin from here. It did not expand. Look at that, it didn't expand at all. That's a small hole. And we've got a small hole in both pumpkins. So, not much expansion. So this might not be the right bullet for hunting. I think you've always had a brain thing, haven't you?
Yeah, but hey, you know, it's rude for somebody else to bring that up, bastard you.
That's me. Okay, I've got the trigger housing. I've got the new disconnect in right here. Yeah. I don't see much of a difference. I mean,
it's not much of a difference, but when you pull the trigger, it's a huge difference.
All right.
You'll be surprised when you pull the trigger after you get it all back together.
Okay, so I just put the trigger housing back in.
You'll look in the holes where the pins go.
Oh.
And they'll be lined up with the holes in the frame.
Okay, that's good to know. All right, let me double check that.
This is the first time you've dug into the guts of a Glock. This is like my... God, I don't know how many times. Because I've told people, oh yeah, you know, you do this job, and they're like, well, you know, I'll pay you to do it. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, why not?
While they're sitting there waiting, I take it apart, put the piece in, put it all back together, and hand it back to them. And they hand me $20 or so, and have a nice day.
Yeah, because it's worth it to them to not have to mess with it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Well, for $20, I got to be honest with you. I would have handed you $20. You know, if you were here, rather than mess with it myself.
I know. The first time you do it, it's nerve-wracking.
Yeah, a little bit. Oh man, I can feel it.
I told you.
Yeah, because it took out a lot of the slop. I mean, there's still some slop or sponginess in there.
It's always going to have some slop because that first little bit of sponginess is pulling, because they have two types of strikers, striker fire guns. One that catches the striker, and the striker is all the way back, and you pull the trigger, and it releases the striker. The other type is it catches the striker, and then you are pulling the spring back just a little bit before it breaks. And that's what a Glock is. You're pulling the spring back a little bit, and then you fire. Or they have the complete double action striker, where you pull it back and it, click, and you're pulling the striker completely through the cycle. Pull the trigger, and then hold the trigger back, and then rack the slide, and then start releasing the trigger real slow.
Okay.
Feel where it clicked?
Yeah.
Now pull the trigger there.
Oh, wow. Wow.
That's the trick with a Glock. That's probably the best and cheapest upgrade you can do to a Glock.
Yeah, and that was $30.
Yep. And now take that slide back off.
Okay. Oh, it comes right off, doesn't it?
Yep. It just, train in your muscle memory. Now take a little bit of oil and put it right at that top edge where the trigger meets the disconnect.
Okay.
Well, any lube will do on a gun.
Man, that's even smoother. I didn't think it could be smoother than it was.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. That's going to be a great hunting tool, man, I tell you.
Yeah. It makes a huge difference.
Well, you still have a problem with me painting this whole slide gold and putting the 0.99% marker on there?
Well, you do that, I'm just going to call you the San Francisco Kid.
Well, who was it? Was it you that said I'll fit in with all the drug dealers in Florida?
There you go.
Somebody said that to me.
Yeah. We will call you, instead of Super Trucker Tim, we'll call you Liberace Tim.
Yeah.
Now, wait till you shoot it next time. You're gonna see it even more accurate trigger.
Man, when I bought this thing stock, I shot it stock, and I was doing 100-yard shots with it, and then I put the beaver tail on the back, and it gave me even more accuracy. And now we'll see if this trigger gives me even more accuracy than that.
Yeah, see, one of the other things I did when I did mine is I took a little rubbing compound, really super fine, put it on a piece of towel, a cleaning rag, and went and just buffed that connector a little bit, and buffed on with a piece that comes in contact with it on the trigger. And that made even a bigger difference. And if you take and wrap your hand around the front of your grip hand and put your thumbs pointed in the same direction, you'll mitigate some of the recoil.
More than the way I've been doing it, huh?
Yeah. Well, when you're supporting underneath the grip, you're not pulling everything forward.
Okay. All right, I will try that when I go out next to go shooting.
Okay, well, try it right now when you're dry firing. And pull with your offhand and push out with your grip hand.
Yeah, I got you. And
that takes that natural little bit of trimmer out and makes it a more accurate first shot.
Hey guys, so I just did the install of the Black Yikes on my my Glock Model 40 chambered 10mm, and it's really light. I just did a test on that pumpkin there and experienced for the first time ever shooting handguns one of those double taps. A double tap is not a good thing, guys. That's where you pull the trigger and then the trigger is so light that you get a second unexpected shot off. And I've read stories about how people have been killed from double strikes or double taps like that. So I got to be really careful. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to shoot and try and tighten up my groups. I'm going to see if this new improved trigger will do that for me. Okay, let's go for the steel. Yeah, it's shooting, guys. It's doing really well. It's accurate. Now we got to look at the groups and see if my groups are tighter than before. Well, let's do that steel again. There it is. It's shooting great, guys. I love it. that follow-up shot, it really lightens it up quite a bit. Definitely makes it more professional. Oh, right on the money.
How come you didn't bring me some venison?
Well, as you guys can see, I'm still trying to get used to these sights, but I mean, I'm literally touching holes here. My worst group, I think, if you want to go here to here, that's 5 inches there. But the rest of them are within an inch if they're not touching holes. That's not bad, guys. For just getting a handle on this thing. When you're pistol hunting and you're shooting long distance like that, 2 things that you want to mitigate is recoil, which a 10 millimeter is not bad, and the length of it kills a lot of it. And the length of it also will give you more trajectory, which will reflect here on paper. The other thing, 80% of it is your trigger, guys. You got to get that trigger under control. It's got to be predictable. It's got to be familiar. I'm still learning this trigger. Even with the new trigger connector in there, that's supposed to be very much superior, and it feels like it is. It definitely is lighter. It's going to take me a lot of getting used to. I've got one in the bullseye, though. That's good. That's a step in the right direction. But anyhow, guys, so that's what we're doing here, is we're trying to customize a perfect hunting pistol. And we're doing that with the Glock Model 40 today. And it's proving that it's more than capable. It's just the comfort zone. Getting into that comfort zone, and that's me up here. So anyhow, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. This is our end result. I do encourage anybody to purchase this connector or any kind of aftermarket connector. It works great. So thanks, guys, and don't forget to like and subscribe.